Year 10 recorded lesson, as you can see, title of which is Planning and Beginning a Jekyll and Hyde Essay. You're going to need a pen, your exercise book and your copy of Jekyll and Hyde. Today we're going to plan and begin an essay, and then I'm going to give you a fresh question tomorrow to do it again from scratch. So happy days. Get the title in, underline it, and onward. Do now, just get you thinking about the book in general. Dr. Jekyll is a quote from him. All human beings as we meet them are commingled out of good and evil. What do you think about that? Scribble down a response to that. Here's a quick run through of what will happen in paper one, literature paper one that is. It'll test you on Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You have a choice of 2 questions. You only have to answer one, unlike the poetry where you answer both. The first question will be based on an extract, but you also have to refer to 2 other moments. The second essay will be a discursive question where you must refer to at least 2 moments. Both questions are worth 40 marks, 36 on content and 4 on quality of writing. Now, in the exam, you get an extract and you get to write about the extract in some other place in the book. That's one of the questions. The other one is this, I use the term discursive piece. It's actually an essay where you just get, you know, a statement like this, and this is the one that we're going to be working on. The novel shows that no person can be completely good. How far do you agree with this view? Explore at least 2 moments from the novel to support your ideas. That's how the essay question looks. So write that into your books, because that's what you're going to be responding to. When you've written that in, go on to the next slide. As ever, we highlight the command words, but you could be thinking about it at the same time. No person. Are you able to think of anyone in the novel who is completely good? Well, I mean, there is the maid who sees Mr. Carew get murdered, who doesn't actually do anything bad, but that doesn't mean she's completely good. She's not just not a particularly large character in the novel. So this, you know, they've got to be completely good. So this would mean not a mixture of good and bad. How far do you agree with this view? And then highlight that, explore at least 2 moments from the novel to support your ideas. Now, how far do you agree? This is an evaluation question. So you partially agree with the with this. You very seldom, if rarely, in fact ever, say I completely disagree or I completely agree, because it doesn't give you anywhere to go. So if I would start this with I partially disagree, I partially agree with this comment. I'll go into a bit more detail in just a second. Now you've got to think of the key characters and what we know about them in terms of them being good or bad in the context of moments within the novel. So, you know, what about Lanyon, for example? He could be, you know, you could say something about him without, you know, in regard to the statement. So have a look through, look at the characters there, see if you can come up with some quotes that you could use in your essay. So you're thinking of the key characters and what we know about them in terms of them being good or bad. All right, so you know, put down some quotes for Dr. Lanyon being good, put down some quotes for Mr. Utterson being both good and bad, and do that for the next 10 minutes, then on to the next slide. Right, here are some characters and moments to explore. You're welcome to use these. I won't read all the way through that. You can do that. You can and you can use that information and those quotes in your essay and the beginning of your essay that you're going. Right, we have to include context, at least 3 or 4 bits of context throughout the essay. I won't read all these out. These are the contexts that relate to the characters and moments that are on the previous slide. So you need to be succinct, i.e. you need to be brief and to the point with your context. So let's have a look at one of these. Utterson, context. Obsession over the need to preserve one's reputation of that and that of others prevents Utterson from exposing his friends sooner. So the reason Utterson doesn't expose his friend Dr. Jekyll, and what he's doing sooner is because he's worried about his reputation. Because if he loses his reputation, as I said before, he loses everything. So you need to be able to, write succinctly and to the point, put your context in. Okay, Year 10, now make your mind map plan as we've done before. What is your overall argument? Make an outline plan. What is your focus in each paragraph? You can do all that in the mind map. What quotes will you use to support? This is the thing about the essay. You have to be able to remember quite a few quotes. What words will you analyse in each quote? And what contextual points will you make? And now you just need to write the opening 2 paragraphs of your response, but I need to see the plan as well. So that what you need to upload to ClassCharts is the plan and the opening 2 paragraphs of your response. So thanks very much for that, and I will speak to you next time.